Hi, I'm Jamie, and a warm welcome from Ben & Cobble Lotus team as always. I'm delighted to be presenting another Lotus Emira V6 today. It's certainly our most popular car, and as always, I know I sound like a broken record, we're trying to keep up with the demand and buy the cars. So if anyone's watching this video has an Emira they're looking to sell, please do get in touch. If it's a great car, I will always buy it. As I alluded to, this particular example is the V6, which has the 3.5 litre Toyota supercharged engine that produces 400 horsepower, really respectable power. Really nice amount of torque with that engine because it's relatively lightweight at 1,450 kilos compared to most other cars. A little bit heavy for Lotus, but yeah, it's a GT sports car. It translates to 420 newton meters of torque. That delivers also an impressive 0 to 60 time of 4.2 seconds and 180 miles an hour top speed. This particular example is a manual gearbox car. It's sat on the Touring chassis, and as you can see, it's finished in the lovely Dark Verdant. It's probably our most popular colour choice. It's paired with the black Alcantara interior of yellow contrast stitching. This particular example is just a one-owner car. It is pristine, partly thanks to the PPF on the car. It's got a full front nose PPF and also down the side sills. It was registered in April 23, so it's a 23 plate. It's just about to come out of its manufacturer's warranty, but fear not, it will come with a 12-month Lotus approved warranty. This particular example has covered just 8,500 miles and for sale today at £58,995. Follow me around, I'll go over some of the spec options this car benefits from. As I mentioned earlier, this car's finished in the ever so popular Dark Verdant. It is our best-selling colour and was Lotus' best-selling colour. It does suit the car really nice. It does give it a bit of an aggressive edge. It is a very dark green, almost black out of the sunlight. But as we're sort of entering spring now and hopefully some glorious summer months, when the sun does wash this car, you really see that green come through, and it's quite beautiful. Really does suit the car very nicely. It's paired with the ever so popular black Alcantara interior. This particular example does have the yellow contrast stitching, which I like. It complements the yellow nose badge. It does also have yellow calipers, which will be seen in just a moment. It's sat on lightweight black forged alloy wheels. It does have the black pack, which is a bit tricky to see with the green car, but you've basically got gloss black mirror covers, a gloss black roof, and on the rear of the car, which you'll see later in the video, you've got glass back badging and exhaust tip finishes, which give it sort of a more aggressive edge, which is nice. It's also got the privacy glass with this particular example. As I touched on, it's also got full paint protection film on the front nose, the door mirrors, and the side sills. This particular example is sat on the Touring damper platform, so that's on a Bilstein damper with a slightly lighter compression rate on the spring, so it makes it more usable for general day-to-day driving. So a really beautiful combination on this car. You'll notice the Lotus approved number plates on the front of this car. What that means is it has been through our workshop. It's had a thorough Lotus used approved inspection to give you peace of mind to know that this car is exactly bang on the button. Paired with that, it will come with a 12-month Lotus approved warranty. As I mentioned, the car's manufacturer's warranty expires in April 23, so next month. And we will top that up, so you will have 13 months in essence of warranty to give you real enjoyable motorship without any concerns in the background. For those that have seen the videos before, I do like to talk about how the Emira is Lotus's best-selling volume car in the current period, and that is partly down to the practical elements of it. It's not an out-and-out sports car as the previous iterations were, but it doesn't have any of the compromise that the previous iterations were, and that's why it sells in a bit more volume. It's sort of sensible things like front parking sensors, rear parking sensors, sort of the ingress and egress into the car. It's got a beautiful cabin, which you'll see in a minute, where there's no real compromise or apologies to make, and it's been a real leap forward for Lotus. And you can't deny the style of this car is absolutely stunning. I don't think there's a prettier car on the market today for £60,000. I really don't. I appreciate I'm wearing a Lotus badge, but I truly believe this is the prettiest car on the market today for £60,000. Coming into the front area of this car, you've got beautiful headlamps here. They're HID, fantastic for nighttime driving. I love the little details on it. You've got a little Emira logo in there. Coming down the corner of the car, you'll see the gloss black forged alloy wheels on this car. Lotus has always been about taking weight out of the corners. It's been the key to how the car feels through the steering wheel. So start that off with a lightweight forged alloy wheel. You've got a two-piece brake disc. It's sat on that Bilstein damper platform with IBAC shrink on the Touring chassis suspension. It's got the yellow caliper there. That's an AP caliper for pot. With the black pack that this car has, you've got gloss black power fold door mirrors. You've also got the gloss black roof here. And coming down the rear quarter section of the car, it has privacy glass, which means this rear quarter panel is tinted, as is the tailgate. You've got your lovely Lotus Emira first edition badge there. And with all cars at Leith Heffel, you do have the paint protection film, which is fitted to this rear quarter section here on the car. Here at the back end of this Lotus Emira, you've got the black pack continuation, which is on the gloss black badging here, so gloss black Lotus badging. You've also got the black exhaust tip finishes, which complement the gloss black rear diffuser beautifully. Those reversing sensors I mentioned earlier are integrated into this rear diffuser, and it also has a reversing camera just mounted underneath there, which is really handy. One of the things I like about the Lotus Emira is the key. I know it's a bit of a boring like, but it's quite an important thing. Previous keys weren't the sexiest of keys, but this one is a really pretty key, and you'd be quite proud to put that on the table at a pub or wherever you are and show to your friends. Obviously lock, unlock in the boot release, so we'll go into the boot by holding that down. But before I do, little etched in motif there on the side, which I like, for the drivers. Lotus is very much a brand that is for the drivers, so I love that little touch there. You can't see too much of this V6 engine because it has got that privacy glass too, so nice little reference here. If we go in, you can see it better. Here is the charge cooling system on top of the 3.5 litre Toyota engine. As I always say, Toyota engines are great. You pair that with British engineering, you've got the perfect combination. The engine is bulletproof. It's cheap to maintain. It enjoys spirited driving. What more could you want? Service intervals on this car are every 12 months or 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. Normally it's time for most people. And part of the appeal on these cars is the ownership costs. A lot of similar competitor marques have much higher ownership costs. Partly is because you're paying for the Gym Palace showroom that you go in and you have your mochaccino latte, whatever it is, which is all very nice and good, but I'd rather have a £500 service than a £1,500 service for the privilege of that. And the Toyota engine is also part of the reason why the service is so inexpensive. In truth, there isn't a lot to do to it. Frustrating for us trying to earn a crust on the workshop, but it is good for you guys. And servicing on this, you're looking about £500 for a minor service, about £750 for a medium, and the majors in the region of £1,000, which, when you consider what this is very reasonable costings. There is practicality with the Emira, which is part of the appeal. It's got a really good space on the boot, a lovely aperture here, which will house a flight bag. It does go all the way into the corners here. You've got your battery behind here, little warning triangle. You won't be able to see it. There's a little inflation kit there. There's also some space behind the seats for any additional luggage for the longer trip. So really easy car to live with. Working our way inside this Lotus Emira, you've got a lovely black Alcantara interior complemented with the lovely yellow contrast stitching, which I think is a great pairing. You've obviously got black leather on the outer parts of the door card. You've got your window controls here. You've got your memory seat programs integrated there into the door card. And you'll probably notice the KEF audio system here. For those that don't know KEF, it's a very high-end household audio company. It's their first venture in automotive with Lotus, and it's a really beautiful system, exceptional sound quality. We're very fortunate to be working with them, and it's really added to the overall value of the Lotus Emira. Little quick flash here of the steering wheel, another black leather trim steering wheel, beautiful design. You've got haptic controls on both sides. Working round to the driver's seat, obviously the black Alcantara and yellow contrast stitch theme continues, so On the headrest, the back bit and where your bottom will be is black Alcantara. The more hard-wearing aspects on the outer shell of the seat are obviously in black leather, and then you've got the yellow and black contrast stitch elements there. The Lotus Emira comes with full heated electric memory seats. You've got two memory positions. To adjust the seat, you've got forwards and backwards here on the seat. You can also adjust the height, so if you want to bring the seat up, you lift at the bottom there, or go down to lower it. You've got your rake adjustment here to bring the seat back forward or push it away, and this circular button here is for your lumbar support. So you bring the lumbar up or down and then towards you or away. The steering wheel is also fully adjustable. It's got telescopic adjustment, so pull that lever down, the steering wheel then can come towards you, up or down, or push in if you wish. Once it's set in your ideal driving position, put that catch and you're there. So a wonderful driving position in the Lotus Emira, part of the appeal. Hopefully you agree with me, but I think the interior of the Emira is such a beautiful place to be. It complements the outside design of this car ever so well. It's just lovely, and it's unusual having a Lotus where you're in an interior that's just so beautiful. I appreciate with previous iterations it didn't really matter because all that counted with Lotus is that and your view out the steering wheel, how the car drives. But when you are trying to sell to sort of a wider audience who've not maybe bought Lotuses before, you do need to add some of the sort of fluffy bits, I call it, into the car. And this certainly has those elements, the practical elements, but also the build quality and the materials used are really high quality products, and it's just a really nice place to be. I've sort of taken many friends out in this who've seen my previous Lotuses, and it's always been, wow, this is a really cool thing, and it is, and it keeps that Lotus charm from how it feels through the steering wheel. So it's just such a great pairing. Obviously, some of the practical bits are simple things like cup holders. I know it sounds daft and a bit of a boring thing to talk about, but it does actually matter. The most we ever offered with previous iterations was one cup holder. You've got two in this because, dare say it, the passenger might want a drink as well. You've got a centre armrest here with a little bit of stowage where you've got your USB and Lightning connection in there. The door card now has a practical pocket where you can put keys and additional things in there. There is also a little bit of stowage just down here around this beautiful exposed gear linkage. I love the exposed gear linkage in this car. It's such a pretty thing. A real mechanical feel through the gear lever, real direct sort of rifle action throw, as it were. Bit of theatre with a stop-start. Lift the catch to start and stop, similar to our Italian friends there, but that's not a bad thing. They do a lot of things quite well. You've got your audio system here. You've got your various drive modes through there, so you can control which mode you're in. You've got your single zone climate control, so this is your fan and your temperature, and then you have your typical TFT digital display screen there, and a lovely digital display screen here for when driving, so really clear, and you can see if the sunlight's hitting it still what you're doing. And obviously with all Lotus Emiras, you've got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whatever floats your boat. I just want to show that final bit of stowage I mentioned earlier. So bring your passenger seat or driver's seat forward. There's a little catch here at the top of the seat which brings it forward, and you've got then access to this little parcel shelf here. Really helpful for that additional bit of luggage that doesn't quite fit in the boot area. I hope you've enjoyed the vehicle presentation video today. It's beautiful Lotus Emira V6. If I or the Lotus sales team can be of any further assistance, please do get in touch. Our telephone number is 01483 281000 and press option 1 for the sales team. Alternatively, please do click on the inquiry button. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.